Hi, myself Apurva Jyoti. Today we are going to learn about the fourth season, that is autumn. So, in the autumn season, the climate changes once again in September and October. By the month of September and October, the climate again starts changing. What sort of changes takes place? We'll learn now. Trees leaves turn red and yellow and begin to fall. In this autumn season, by month of September and October, this autumn season starts, and there will be lot of climatical changes. There will be changes in the climate. What happens then if changes occur in this month? Leaves which are there for the trees, they change, they turn to red and yellow color, and they begin to fall, means their leaves, they ripen, they get dried up, and they starts falling down. Agricultural operations are wounded up. Now in this month, they what do you say, they clean up the agriculture operations and all, like cleaning the dried leaves, all those, after everything like ripening, all the leaves and all will get dried and fall down, right? They start cleaning that, they start repairing the agriculture lands and all. And then hay is cut and dried for feeding farm animals in winter. So hay, all these dried grass or the dried leaves and all which are there, they have been cleaned, they have been cutted, and they make them into rolls. And that what they do, they start feeding those dried leaves and all to the animals, agricultural animals like cow and all. They'll be eating the grass, right? They'll be supplying those hay in the sense like dried grass and all. So yes, hay is cut and dried for feeding farm animals in winter. Grapes and other fruits are plucked and used for making wines. Yes, wines, jams, juices of various kinds, and preserved in other forms. So yes, the grapes and other fruits which are there, like strawberries and cherries and all. These all are being crushed. They are made into wine. They make that into juice, and they store that under the ground for some years. They make them as wine, jam, which we use kisan jam and all, like that. Different types of jams they'll be using out of the grapes, black grapes and all. And they make different types of juices with that, and they store in the preservatives, like containers. They store that in the containers for the many years, so that the taste gets more and more increased, and they supply to the other countries also. Now coming to land and agriculture, European plains and river valleys are very fertile. So here, European plains which are there, they have and rivers, valleys, they are very fertile, they are good. They are good in quality, means good quality one. Nice plains, they have good quality of firmness in them. It rains here all through the year, and the rivers also do not dry up in any season. So the rains here, like it rains, we know that there'll be always slight rainfall will be occurring here. So for the entire, for all round the year, it rains here, there will be rainfall, and the rivers also do not dry up. So when there is continuous rainfall throughout the year, will there any reason for drying up of rivers? No, there will be more, many number of water, and the rivers will be always full, right? Here the never the rivers get dried up in any season. As a result, the plains are highly suitable for agriculture. So here the plains which are there in Europe, they are more suitable for what? For agriculture purpose, because they have lot of many amount of so much of water there, because there will be rainfall throughout the year, right? However, a large part of Europe is mountainous and not suitable for agriculture. So there is an advantage that there is a continuous rainfall, and the rivers do not get dried up in any season. But there is a disadvantage also. because Europe is almost mountainous. There'll be with high level lands, mountains and all, which is not suitable for agriculture purpose. Mountains are not suitable for in that climate, right? Some countries have very little agriculture land. So in some countries of Europe, they have only very little agriculture land, very less amount of agriculture land where they can do agriculture process. For example, only 3% of land in Norway is available for cultivation. So when you take Norway, only 3% of land is available for cultivation. It seems for agriculture purpose only 3% is available. How bad it is, right? 30% of England is cultivable, while in Germany it is about only 40%. See, in England only 30% land is can be used for agriculture purpose, and in Germany only 40%. This is very different from our country. So in our country maximum we can use for the agriculture purpose, but in Europe, if you see Norway only 3%, England 30%, and in Germany 40% of land can be used for agriculture purpose, that is for growing crops. But it is different in our country. In India, as much as 55% of land is cultivable. So more than half of the land which is available in India can be used for growing crops, like that is for agriculture purpose. But it is different for Europe and the countries of Europe. There is an acute shortage of land. So there is a great shortage of land, means very less amount of land is available, right? So there is a great shortage is there for the European people. And that to Holland. So there is a great shortage of land in Holland, it seems. The people of Holland, the Dutch, have reclaimed a small portion of land from the sea by building embankment called dikes to push back the sea. So they started building a bridge type one, pushing the water boundaries to push the water back so that they can use the land for the agriculture purpose. Small portion of land from the sea they started taking up, and this land reclaimed is called as polder. The area which they occupied, the land which they occupied by sending back by pushing the sea water back, that area is called as polder. In Eastern and Northern Europe, it is not possible to cultivate the land in winter as snow covers it for almost 6 months. So, Eastern part and Northern Europe, it is not possible to cultivate as it is always covered with snow for the 6 months. Complete 6 months it is covered with snow. It is not possible for them to grow or grow the cultivation or grow the crop there in winter season. The snow begins to melt only in spring, leaves very little time for crops to ripen. So the snow begins to melt only in spring season, leaving very little time. So only very little time will be there for the crops to ripen, for the crops to grow and get ready for harvesting. Only little time will be there, and this season the snow starts melting. It is in spring that sowing takes place and crops ripen in the summer months and are ready for harvesting in autumn. So in the in the spring season they start plowing and sowing the seed, they start growing the crop, and by this month of summer they will be ready for harvesting, means cutting the crops can be done in the month of summer, that is in autumn season. As a result, it is possible to raise only one crop in a year in these parts. So like in our India we may have 2 or 3 crops in a year, but here in Europe only one crop can be raised in one year there in most of the parts of Europe. However, in southern Europe, it is possible to raise 2 crops a year. So, see that in northern and eastern Europe, only 6 months, like 6 months completely, it will be covered with snowfall, and very little time will be there for them to grow the crop. That is, in spring season they sow the seeds, and in the autumn season they harvest the crop, right? But in southern Europe there is a possibility of growing two crops in a year. Means two crops will be growing in 1 year. Wheat is the main crop in European plains. So wheat in the sense godumalu, right, with which we make this chapatis and all. So that is the main crop in Europe, it seems. European plain. It is grown extensively in France. So wheat is grown extensively more in France, Germany, Russia, Ukraine, Poland, Italy, Greece, etc. All these are the countries there. So in these countries, the plains which are available, they are suitable for growing wheat there. They grow more amount of wheat crop there. We have seen that fruit cultivation is prominent in southern Europe. Yes, near the Mediterranean Sea, we have learnt that fruits can be grown there, like juicy fruits like grapes and all can be nicely grown there, right? Fruits like grapes are used for making wine. Yes, out of these fruits like grapes and all, they make wine. Mediterranean countries like Poland, Spain, Italy, and southern France are famous for their wines. So, these Mediterranean countries like Portugal, Spain, Italy, France, these are famous for what? Wine, because there they grow large amount of fruits like grapes and all, right? Out of those grapes they crush and they make wine. So these countries are famous for what? For their wine. Barley, oats, rice, sugar, beet, potato, etc. are also important crops of Europe. So not only these like grapes and all fruits, barley, oats, rice, sugar, beet, potato, these are also like important crops of Europe. Sugar is manufactured from beet in Russia, Ukraine, and Germany. So sugar is manufactured from the sugar beets, from the beets in Russia. They make sugar out of these beets in Russia, Ukraine, and Germany. If you like my video, please do like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.